Hello and welcome back to the Angelic Portal Guided Meditation series. This is Guided Meditation number 3. We'll start in about 15 to 20 seconds. In the meantime, I'd ask you to get comfortable in a seat with your feet firmly planted on the ground or seated in the lotus position if that is your preference. Lying on your bed is another option. Whichever position you choose is fine. This will take around 30 minutes, so get yourself comfortable, and I'm going to count from 1 to 10. When I get to 10, we'll officially start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close your eyes for me. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to start by relaxing the body, so place your attention on your left leg. I'll get you just to relax the toes and the foot, relaxing from your ankle up to your knee. If you can focus on your hamstring and thigh also, and relax that for me too. Let all of the tension go. Feel the tingling sensations in your left toes. That's fantastic. Allow your leg to be nice and relaxed. We'll do the same with your right leg. Place your attention on your toes and your foot, relaxing from your ankle all the way to your knee, and continuing up your leg. That's it. Relax your thigh as well as your hamstring in the process. That's fantastic. Let it completely relax. Both legs are nice and comfortable. Your buttocks and your groin area, let's relax that area as well. No tension in that area. Just relax, nice and calm. That's it. We'll draw your attention to your stomach muscles. Just let all of the tension go from the stomach. Nice and relaxed. That's the way. Perfect. Bring your attention to the chest and to the shoulders. Relax the body in those locations. If you can relax the abdomen, chest and shoulders and allow them to completely release. Sometimes we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, so you just want to relax those shoulders, almost as if someone has gently placed their hands on them. That's it. Great job. Same thing with your back, all the muscle groups, starting from the base of the spine and moving all the way up. Feel the body sinking into the ground. Just let all of the tension dissolve. Next, I want you to relax your arms, please. So focus your attention on the left hand and relax your fingers. Relaxing your hand all the way up your arm to your shoulder. You may feel tingling in the left fingers as you do so. That's perfectly okay. Bring your attention, when you've done that, to your right hand and do the same, relaxing your fingers, and then relax your hand all the way up to your right arm to your shoulders. That's it. Let go of all the tension. And let's focus on the face. Let your jaw release. Feel your eyes soften and release any tension between the eyes and the forehead. Let all of the tension go. Okay, I want to deepen your meditative state. So to do that, I'm going to count from 1 to 10. With every number, I'll ask you to go deeper and deeper. 1, 2, 3, just relax, go deeper and deeper. 4, 5, 6, 7, deeper and deeper into a relaxed state. 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Alrighty, in front of you, I want you to see the pathway, the winding pathway that goes through the trees. See the trees in as much detail as you can. That's the way. And continue walking along that pathway. Up ahead, you'll see the angelic portal in the distance. It is a beautiful white portal with traces of gold and silver visible emanating from it. That's terrific. And standing next to the portal will be the angelic guide that you are now familiar with. So as you walk closer, see the angel guide getting closer. Perfect. And please go ahead and say hello. You'll feel unconditional love being reflected back to you from the angel. And then please go ahead and follow the angelic guide through the portal. You'll notice a lot more gold and silver is present as you walk through. As you emerge, allow the grass below your feet to be something you become aware of. The portal's behind you. If you bring your attention to what's in front of you, you'll see the lake. And behind that, you'll see the mountain ranges as well. So that's beautiful. If you bring your attention to the right-hand side of the lake, you'll notice the home that you've constructed upon your first visit here. So take a moment to take in that scene in as much detail as you can. Noticing the trees extend all around the lake. And as you do that, pay attention to the weather that we've got today. It is a beautiful sunny day yet again. The water is nice and calm. The trees are moving ever so slightly in the very light breeze. What a beautiful day. If I can ask you to follow the angelic guide, please, who's asking you to follow him, we're going to head in the direction of the home that you've previously constructed. We'll head down the right-hand side of the lake. As we do that, just take the time to admire and see in as much detail as possible the surroundings. Again, notice the trees as clearly as you can. Notice birds flying around also. There appears to be quite a few birds today, actually. I've noticed quite a few myself. I'm not sure if you can identify any of them. If you can, you're better than I am. So just keep walking, follow the angel. Notice the sand is maybe not as visible today as it was last time. And as we walk towards the home, I want you to recognize your own creation, the home that you have built from the outside and the balcony as well. See it from the outside. Just look at it. See it in as much detail as you can. I want you to see the front door quite clearly. And please go ahead and open it and make your way into the living room. As always, take a few moments just to familiarize yourself with the layout. I'd like you to see in your mind that it looks the same way as it did on your last visit here. And even though that is the case, let's add another 1 or 2 additional items. I'll get you to take a seat on the sofa and just allow another 2 items to appear in your home. That's it. I'd like you to feel how the fabric feels, how comfortable the sofa actually is. By doing this, you are deepening your senses. So just touch the fabric of the sofa. That's great. Fantastic. Stand up for me again, please. I would like you to allow for a table to appear in your home if you don't already have one. And then on the table, allow for a few more items to appear. Notice them in detail and pick them up if necessary. Is there anything on the walls, by the way? Maybe you want to put up something on the walls. That's it. And go into the kitchen for me. Get the imagery nice and clear. See it in as much detail as you can. Great work. Then of course there's the bedroom. I'd like you to go into the bedroom and have another look at that. Again, see it in as much detail as you can. Doing this allows you to see things clearer every time you visit. That's it. And then in your own time, if you can go back to the living room. This time I'm going to ask you to slide open the door and go out of the balcony and stand on the balcony and enjoy the view, look at the lake. We won't always come up into the home, by the way. We're just doing this in the near future to establish clearly in your mind what it actually looks like. And as you look at the lake, please do allow yourself to watch for birds flying and perhaps fish jumping out of the water. I have seen that a few times. So I'm going to bring up a concept that we explored when we were here last. Just quickly, that concept that we discussed, you will remember, had the title of My Personal Dimension. A personal dimension is everything that you see in front of you. So in this case, it would consist of the lake that you're looking at, because that is the image you are looking at. The personal dimension would not consist of the home that you have built, because that is behind you. It would only appear in your personal dimension were you to turn around and face it. A personal dimension could just as easily apply to the third dimension of the earth plane. Anytime you're looking at something in the third dimension, the same term could be applied to describe to what you're looking at in that moment. Remember, it only applies to what it is you can actually see, not what is out of view around the corner and out of sight. So I'm going to invite 3 of the angels that were here in the last guided meditation to come back. As you can see, they are descending from the sky. Look at the wings. What beautiful angels they are. By the way, they are now in your personal dimension because you are now looking at them. The angels are here to manage your energy and help deepen your understandings. As you know, the aim of the angelic portal is to lift your vibration to higher consciousness, and in particular to the 5th dimensional consciousness level. So to do that, we're going to add a little bit more of information at this point to what we've already spoken about, to complement also what we've already done previously. So what I'll get you to do is, as you're standing on the balcony looking at the water in front of you, I want you to watch a reasonably large blue orb descend from the sky and hover just above the water in the lake. The blue orb is a perfect circle, and as you watch it descend, I want you to notice how graceful it appears as it slows to a stop. I'd like you to visualize it to be about the size of maybe a vehicle or a car or a small truck, something like that. This blue orb is now in your personal dimension because you're looking at it. I'm not going to ask you to do this, but obviously if you did turn around and face away from it, the orb would not be in your personal dimension. I just want you to remember that concept also. What we're going to do next is give the orb a name for the orb, and what it will be is it will be called an angelic orb. An angelic orb. That's fantastic. Next, I want you to see a green orb descend. It's going to take up residence, I should say, next to the blue orb at the same location. It will also hover above the lake, and it will be about the same size as the blue one. This green orb is going to have a name also, and that name is an earth orb. an earth orb. Sometimes you'll hear me refer to it as a standard orb, and that is perfectly okay. So again, the green orb will be known as an earth orb. Fantastic. Now just notice as we're doing this, the angels that are on the other side of the lake are still there. They're sending love. It's a nice and relaxed environment we're in. Now there'll be a third and final orb joining us. It's going to be a red one this time. And as we watch it descend and hover above the lake, you'll notice it takes place next to the other two. It's the same size. Now the red orb is going to be called an extraterrestrial orb. You might hear me refer to it as an alien orb also. So it'll be called extraterrestrial orb, the red one. Okay? Just looking at the scene playing out in front of you in your personal dimension there. It shows 3 orbs which are beautiful, perfect circles hovering above the lake. They are aligned to the Supreme Creator. They are all love-based, all invited here by the angels. So what you're looking at as you're standing on the balcony is 3 orbs in front of you. I'd like you to view it so that on the left-hand side is the blue orb, the green orb in the middle, and the red orb will be on the right-hand side. So looking to your left-hand side, a little bit away from the orb, I can see your angel guide. The angel does appear to be looking at something in the water. Maybe it's a fish, I don't know. Whatever it is, the angel seems to be quite interested in. It's probably related to the energy of the orbs, I would imagine. I'm sure that would be it. The 3 orbs are an important concept to discuss, so let's do that. There is the angel orb, the standard orb, and the extraterrestrial orb. We want to start with what they've all got in common, and that is consciousness. They all have their own consciousness. So we'll dive into this in a bit of detail. Let's take the green orb, which is the standard orb. The green orb can be represented in the following story. If we imagine every person on the planet Earth who thinks of themselves as a person in the traditional sense, such as they identify as being the body, they have their own unique name, these people typically have a green orb type of consciousness. So to give you more detail, a green orb type of consciousness is someone who typically, when they're watching television or going to work or interacting with their family, they do believe that they are the body. They have completely associated with being the body and are functioning on the earth plane in the traditional way. The green orb consciousness typically believes the earth plane is the one main reality that we have, and that every other form of reality is conceptual. Now, this form of reality is a beautiful thing. The angels tell me that it is deliberately created this way by the Supreme Creator. I'll expand on this topic as we go through the guided meditations. But this form of reality of thinking you are the physical body was deliberately created so that experiences could be had. The next to notice is the red orb. The red orb is a vibrational consciousness that comes onto the earth plane, and you would find it in people who believe for whatever reason that they did not always exist on this planet. So potentially they may have come from another planet. That might be a little bit of a shock to the majority of the people outside of the angelic portal, but I'm sure each one of you being in this portal has heard of that concept before. There are people that are external to this world who live amongst us, and whether or not they actually do does not matter at this time. They actually feel that they come from another planet. What does matter, though, is that if someone feels this way, they have a red orb type of consciousness with them. By the way, it might be the case that someone with a red orb consciousness believes that they were born on the earth plane, maybe in a previous life they lived on another planet. The fact that they're aware of that in their consciousness is what allows for the term red orb to be used in terms of someone's identification. Before I explain the blue orb, I'll ask you to make sure you are seeing everything in as much detail as possible in terms of the scenery. So just notice those orbs above the water. To do so again is very useful, as it will continue to deepen in your mind the visual aspect of the angelic portal and make it easier for you as we continue forward. So the blue orb is next. A blue orb is a type of consciousness that looks out of the eyes of the physical body, and whilst it is aware of what is happening, it is also aware of the angelic realm and feels a connection to that. So just like the red orb, it does not matter at this moment whether it's true or not. All that matters is the definition. Personal direct perception will address this issue as we go further. So again, the blue orb is the angelic orb. People who believe they can talk to the angels, or who may believe they are from the angel world, they will typically have a blue orb. The green orb is the earth orb, as you know, also known as the standard orb, and that is someone who typically, the three-dimensional person, I should say, typically identifies with the body. And then of course there is the red orb. That is the extraterrestrial orb. That is a consciousness looking out of the eyes of a body who believes that they have come from the stars in either their current life or one which has a basis in reincarnation. So that's the insights for today and for this guided meditation. I want you to stand on the balcony a little bit longer. We're going to watch these three orbs disappear. Thank you very much for paying attention to the orbs, and thank you very much for the orbs coming down and participating in this exercise. That was very nice of them to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch those orbs take off, and you can see them disappear from view. I'm going to ask you to go inside into the living room and exit via the front door and go down to the water's edge, please. I want you to notice some fish in that water. Friendly fish, I can assure you. See the fish in as much detail as possible. There's some amazing colours of fish, by the way, swimming around. It's certainly quite unusual to see so many different colours, and we're doing that, of course, to deepen your ability to see things. So turning around, I want you to see your home and look at the outside of it one more time. And if you turn around and face the mountains, you can see them at the far end of the lake. Perfect. And turn your attention over towards the three angels at the other side of the water. They're going to fly off, so let's watch them take off and fly into the sky. And they'll disappear from view as well. They'll obviously come back when our next visit arises. But it's time for us to head back to the portal at this moment in time. So the concepts that we've explained today are crucial for building further your understanding of what is actually happening in higher consciousness. It's much easier and far more fun to be able to do it in the angelic portal homeworld, to set the scenes and condition you for these higher vibrational insights. So this is only the entry point to some life-changing events that you'll experience as your consciousness gets higher. So let's head over to the portal following the angel. Again, I'm very impressed with this weather that we're having here. It's very, very nice indeed. We're going to move over towards the portal, walking on the grass, seeing the scenery again in as much detail as you can. And as we get closer to the portal, you'll see it is a beautiful white with gold and silver visible from it. It's been a very successful visit, this one, a very important building block. The angels will be very happy with how your energy is vibrating at this moment. It is perfectly set up to build upon, as mentioned. So if you can go ahead and exit the angelic portal following the angelic guide, and just notice the gold and silver shimmering as you do so, exiting onto the winding pathway that you walked along when you entered. And you can see the trees as well. I'll ask you to turn around and face the angelic guide, and we'll say goodbye for the time being to that angel. And then I'll ask you to turn your attention back to the room that you are doing your guided meditation from. In a moment, I will wake you up. If you can just focus on your energy at the moment, we're just doing an alignment. That's fantastic. Just be perfectly present. And I'm going to count from 10 to 1. Before I do, if it is daytime, I want you to be nice and energized. And if it is nighttime, you'll be ready for a great night's sleep. So here we go. 10, 9, 8. Move your hands from side to side. And move your feet from side to side as well. 7, 6, 5. Move your body from left to right. 3, 2, 1. And open your eyes. Fantastic. You've done a terrific job. Take a few moments to just get your bearings back and maybe have a drink of water as well. Until the next time, thank you very much.